Let's make some fun and easy lunches for back to school to get your school year started right this year. The first lunch I'm sharing today is one of Bella's favorites, and it's when she gets a breakfast for lunch. So this one was a sausage, egg, and cheese for sandwich. Just one of the microwavable ones. You pop it in the microwave, heat it up. If your child is going to school, make sure you're throwing it into a food jar or a thermos, something to keep it warm by lunchtime. Then I gave her some yogurt and cucumbers. Again, she's eating at home, so I don't have to worry about a lid. But if yours is taking it to school, make sure you pop a lid on there. I added some sprinkles just for fun and, of course, some decorations. Another easy lunch idea is chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets, you just throw them into your oven or your air fryer, heat them up, and throw them into your food jar or thermos. Or if your kids are eating at home like Bella, just throw them into on their plate or whatever you're giving them for their little lunch. No mess. It's so easy. And some days you just don't want to deal with the mess of like preparing sandwiches or anything like that. So chicken nuggets for the win. Give them a little bit of sauce. Bella's having barbecue sauce. For the apples, I always will dip them into lemon juice water mixture, and it keeps them looking fresh for days. So you can do all your food prep on Sunday, and your apples will still look good on Friday. I threw in a pepper, some cucumbers, watermelon that I cut up into little flower shapes, and then some cherry tomatoes. I always feel like if you give them a variety or cut them up into different sizes or shapes, it's a little bit more appealing, and they will eat more of the food that you prepare for them. Not always, but you have sometimes a slightly higher chance that they will. Then I just added in some cute little food pick decorations, and I was done with this lunch. Next up is a corn dog. Now, my suggestion is to do it a little bit different than I did. Get those little mini corn dogs if you can, and pop those into a food jar or thermos instead of doing a long one like me, because otherwise it's not going to stay warm unless maybe you could wrap it in foil. Anyway, here is what Bella got in her lunch. She got corn dog, and then that's mustard and ketchup in a little cupcake liner in the corner up top, and some watermelon that I cut into bear shapes. I'm struggling with this guy. I don't know where to put him. But those are just those little cucumber guys that I cut a little V slit in to make his little mouth. And then I add in some cute eyeballs. And of course, some adorable cherry tomatoes that I put in the little leaf food picks. I don't know why, but I think they're so stinking cute. So I threw in just a few of those, and of course, some more of those apples that I had prepped. Actually, I just prepped them the day before when I had made her lunch, but you know, you could prep them on Sunday if you wanted to. The last lunch today is a sandwich, but it's so different than what Bella used to request all the time. Do you remember when she wanted those dry ham sandwiches? It was just bread and ham, nothing else on it. Well, now she's advanced. she's getting fancy on us, and I kind of love it because I like fancy lunches or sandwiches like this myself. But now I got to share all my toppings with her. But it's fine. It's fine. So this one, I just did mayo and mustard. And then I added on a slice of provolone cheese, a few tomatoes. Now, granted, I would add some alfalfa sprouts and black olives to mine. But it's fine. She's still doing more than she used to. Those tomatoes, I did salt and pepper them. I added on a little bit of avocado. And then we're doing the ham wrinkly style is what we call it here. It's just where the ham isn't laid out flat. Makes you feel like you have more slices of ham on it than you actually do. So that's how we do it. Then I added on a little bit of lettuce to make it nice and crunchy. And I couldn't decide how I was going to cut this one, triangles or rectangles. So I asked Bella, and she picked triangles, which in retrospect, I probably should have done rectangles. Well, no, it was fine for her because she's eating it at home. But if I was packing this lunch for her to take to school or to actually be able to close the lunchbox, rectangles would have worked way better. If you're packing a lunch for your child to eat at school, do the rectangles unless you got a really tall lunchbox. Then I took some cucumbers and sliced them the long way. That way it was a little bit different than how she'd gotten them the day or two before. I always feel like if you slice things up a little bit different, then they are not as boring as usual. Or maybe they still are. I don't know. I gave her a couple peppers. She just eats them just like that. You just like kind of crunch them all the way up to the stem, and she'll leave like the little stem and seeds. in the little container and I just toss them. I threw in some tomatoes and almonds, added a few decorations, and I was done. I have one question for you before I let you go. I'm just wondering if you've already started school. If you did, when did you start? Bella isn't starting school until September this year, and I just can't even believe that summer is almost already over. Anyway, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in our next video. Bye!